Ever wanted to learn how to play guitar, but know you're rubbish like I am? Try this on 4 different songs from 3 different decades. Get Off My Cloud by the Rolling Stones from 1965. Summer Nights by Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta from 1978. Baby I Don't Care by Transvision Vamp from 1989. And the Kingsmen version of Louie Louie from 1963. And they've all got a similar sounding tune or arrangement, and I'm using a tone that I created for Get Off of My Cloud by the Rolling Stones. You can use this for all 4 songs. So first of all, the main one, so Rolling Stones. So these are all taken off of YouTube, and I will give credit in the description with the links. So here is a karaoke version of Get Off of My Cloud. Okay, so there's 2 guitars in this. It's the Keith Richards, which is the deeper or muddier sounding guitar, and then the Brian Jones guitar, which I'll come to later, which is a more jangly, higher pitched tone. So most of these are just same finger, or maybe 2 different fingers on just 2 strings. So this is an easy way of playing, and none of these are official. It's just things I found myself, so they might be totally wrong, but as long as they sound okay, who cares? So E, A, D, G, B, E. So put your index finger or any finger on the A and the D and strum. And then put your index finger on the middle 2 strings, that's the D and the G. That's 3 times, so together, twice. And then move over to the middle strings, the D and the G of the 4th fret. So we were on the 2nd, sorry, I should have said that, on the 2nd fret, on the 4th fret, and then twice, and then back to the middle 2 strings, the D and the G of the 2nd fret, 3 times. And you can, if you want, I sometimes do this, go. Lift on that middle strum, or you can do so all together now. So playing along with the song. So that next part, which is the chorus, is start off again with index finger on the A and the D, so that's from this angle, it's the 2nd and 3rd strings. And move up to the 6th fret, and the same A and the D. 7th fret, A and D. 9th fret, just keep repeating. We'll go to the next part, which is that last part you heard is, again, the A and the D, second and third from the top, 12th fret, and then back to, to the A and the D on the 9th. So, and then the chorus. And that last part after the chorus. And then we'll come to the Brian Jones, the jangly guitar. And again, this is something I've made up myself, so it's not official. So we'll wrap back round after the chorus to the verse again. So, index finger on the D, the G, and the B of the 9th fret. Then move the index finger and the middle finger down slightly, so you've got the index finger on just the G of the 9th fret, and you've got the middle finger on just the B of the 10th fret. But again, I like to lift in the middle. And then the next part is 11th fret on the G, and the middle finger 12th fret on the B. So looking at this, it's not the bottom string but the 2 above it. And then back to the 9th and the 10th of the G and the B. So all together. Let's try it with the song. Next song. Very easy. It's actually a piano, but you can play it like a guitar. So Summer Nights, Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta version. So again, you're going to start off. Just play some of the song first. So, start off with A and the D, so the top 2 strings, index finger. This time it's the 2nd fret. So you just strum it twice. And then down to the middle 2 strings, so the D and the G. Again twice. And then to the 4th fret, again the middle 2 strings, so the D and the G, and then quickly across back to the 2nd fret, A and D of 2nd fret, twice, D and G of the 2nd fret, twice, 4th fret, D and G again, twice again, and then once on the 2nd fret of the D and G, and then quickly to the 4th fret D and G, and then back quickly to the 2nd fret D and G. Next song, Transvision Vamp, Baby I Don't Care from '89. This one's got maybe 3, possibly 4 different guitars. It's a bit trickier. That's the intro. Again, top, not the top, but the next 2 strings, the A and the D, this time on the 3rd fret. Twice. And then go down, the D and the G again. So twice and twice. And then you want to go 5th fret this time, D and G, so again those middle string. So again twice, and then back to the middle 2 strings of the 3rd fret, the D and the G. Let's go into the next part of the song. This is why I said it gets confusing how this actually sounds or how it's played, because there's 3 or possibly 4 guitars going on. So, like with the Rolling Stones, the high part of the Brian Jones guitar, there's 2 ways that I think this is played. So, go to the 9th fret, go on the E, A, D, G, B. So not the bottom string here, not the high string, not the high E, but the 3 above it. 3 times. And then, like we did again with the Rolling Stones song, 9th fret, you want to go on the G, and 10th fret with the middle finger on the B. So, now the way it sounds to me is it's moved across to the 11th of the G and the 12th fret of the B, and then back to the 9th and 10th on the G and B. But sometimes, depending on who's covering it, it sounds like this, as if they go down, lower. So this is the 7th on the G and the 8th on the B, and then down again. So this is the 5th of the G and the 6th of the B. So again, that way it goes. And then the high way, the other way, that might be, which is again like the Rolling Stones, Get Off of My Cloud. Next part. So that is again back to how we started at the beginning with a slightly different arrangement. So it's 3rd fret, A and the D, twice, and then 3rd fret still, but the middle 2 strings is the D and the G. Once, so twice on the A and D, and once on the D and the G. And then 5th fret, D and the G, twice, and then back to the D and G of the 3rd. So, twice and once, twice there, 3 times there. You can do it 2 or 3 times as long as you get the arrangement right in the same time space, it doesn't matter. And the last song, the Kingsmen version of Louie Louie, originally by Richard Berry. So this one, start off with just 1 strum, 9th fret, the D and the G, so the middle 2. That's the very beginning of the song. And then go to the 7th fret, and you want to do the A and the D, which are again not the very top, but the 2 underneath, 3 times. And then twice on the D and the G, the middle 2, and then 3 times on the 9th fret, the D and the G, the middle 2, and then 2 on the 7th fret, the D and the G. So together. Okay, so let's come to the next part. So that part is, as far as I can see, so 7th fret, A and D, that's twice, and then 7th fret again, this time the D and the G, the middle 2, and then move to the 9th, and again the D and the G, the middle 2, go. Just strum it several times in quick succession, and then back to the D and G of the 7th. So all together. Try both those parts, so the beginning and the next part with the song. your career in busking. And I'll put links, as I said, to all the songs that I borrowed from YouTube for this, and also put a link to the Fender tone I created on the Fender website. Probably only works if you've got a Fender amp, but you can by all means try and duplicate it on your own different brand amps.